Hey, it's the Travel Gigolo, and this is Spitzkoppe. Down. Spitzkoppe is about a 280-kilometer drive from Windhoek. The road is mostly tarred, with the exception of the last 30 kilometers, which is a dirt road. This dirt road can be quite corrugated in places, so it's a good idea to let your tire pressure down a bit if you have the right tires to make the ride a bit more comfortable. The surrounding landscape is pretty flat and featureless, so it's pretty cool to watch the Spitzkoppe looming out of the horizon as you approach it. The thing that's most striking about Spitzkoppe is the sheer scale of the mountains, especially in stark contrast to that flat, arid land that surrounds them. The highest peak rises to 670 meters above ground level. Checking in is a pretty straightforward process, and then you've got to go and find a campsite. Take note that the campsites aren't allocated, which means you've got to drive around until you find a site that's not occupied. This can be quite frustrating because the campsites are often quite a distance from the main arteries, so you sort of drive into the campsite, find that someone's there and have to drive out again. The plus side of that, of course, is that you are generally not camping proximal to anyone else. There is no electricity and no water at the sites, and the ablutions consist of long drops. More on the campsites in our review episode. The climate in the Spitzkoppe area is generally very dry and very hot. We were lucky to be there when there was quite a bit of cloud, and in fact we had a bit of rainfall, which is quite rare. There was a magnificent rainbow over the mountains after the rainfall, and that was really cool to experience. The sunsets at Spitzkoppe are awesome. This is due in part to the flatness of the land. It's flat and arid, going all the way into the horizon. And it's also due to the color of the mountains and the changes in hue and shading as the sun sets. There's a lot of great things about Spitzkoppe, but the sunsets are by far the most amazing experience. So, stuff to do at Spitzkoppe: obviously scrambling over the rocks and a bit of rock climbing. Climbing up over the sheer cliffs requires a high degree of skill, so that's not really for the average person. But there's a lot to explore, and there's some really cool rock formations, so you should definitely explore the area, and you can climb quite a few of the places to get different vantage points and a nicer view. There's also rock art, so you can organize a tour to go and see that. But for me, by far, the best thing to do is just chill out and get immersed in this magical place. The bridge is one of the more famous rock formations at Spitzkoppe, so if you're there, make sure to go and find it and check it out. Like most arid regions, if you keep a sharp eye out, there is quite a variety of wildlife to see. So klipspringer, there's quite a multitude of bird species if you're looking for that, reptiles, squirrels, and if you pay attention, the occasional mongoose. This is Spitzkoppe. It's an amazing, massive set of granite outcrops in Namibia. Every time we come to Namibia, we find something really fantastic to come and camp out at and experience, and this is just one of those beautiful places. It's so difficult to explain the magnitude of this awesome place if you haven't really been here to see it for yourself.
Thank you to sponsors Boston Breweries. Remember to drink responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.